everyone, it's Christy here with my last process video for my October daily 2016. October just flew by and I'm so happy to be done with this album, to be honest. I always start feeling really motivated and really excited about these albums, but then by the end of the month, I'm just so relieved when it comes to an end. So, yeah, this will be my last process video, and I'm not sure if I will do October Daily again. Um, I don't know. It depends on collections and stuff, and if I fall in love with something, I guess. So, anyways, I am on the 29th, and I wanted to do another pocket, or another kind of layout, I guess, or two pocket whatever, you know what I mean. Earlier in my process video, I had kind of a card that spanned two pockets, I guess. My goodness. So I had this embellishment of this jar, and so I just have that go across two pockets, and I add the paper clip just because. Those are from the After Dark collection, and I had a couple left from last year, so I used them all up in this album. And on this day, we went to something kind of cool in our city. It was the first time. It was called Hallows Eve in Godric's Hollow. So it was like a Harry Potter inspired marketplace. And so we went downtown for that. It was okay. I mean, it wasn't amazing. It was a lot of themed Harry Potter stuff. And if you're not into that kind of stuff, like collecting that kind of stuff, then it really wasn't for you. There was some other stuff like candles and jewelry and just generic for stuff for sale. But I was expecting a little bit more, but it was something to do, and the weather was okay, and we had some good food too. We had mini donuts and like this chicken and waffle poutine thing, which was amazing. So, yeah, it was something for us to do. There was a photo there of Nora and Aaron with a badger, a stuffed badger. So that was kind of cool. And yeah, so anyway, that was the 29th. And so anyway, on the 30th, Nora and I went to an art, kind of a Halloween art thing. And so I just included two of the little pieces of art that Nora created using a spinner. And so those are on that 4x4 layout there with the ghost. And then the photo in the top left-hand corner is Nora doing the art with the spinner. So that was kind of fun. Yeah, I think it's kind of cool that I included the art. That was kind of a goal of mine to do that. And I really like the splatter paint looking paper as well. I think that ties in nicely. And that little house is just a little cut apart thing. So as I'm wrapping up my album, I'm going through all my embellishments and papers and things, and just making sure that I'm using up those little bits and pieces and cut aparts, and that I'm not really forgetting about anything. So I wanted to include some of that, some of those little die cut pieces and cut aparts and things. I add a little bat doodle pop on that card there. I love the purple in this collection, so I wanted to bring in a little bit more purple, just to tie the album together a little bit more. And trying to use a different variety of labels again through my album. So I had the black and white printable ones, and then these orange ones from Studio Calico. And in my last video, I used some like little sticky note ones from Heidi Swapp. So yeah, I'm just adding some rhinestones now and just kind of filling in the spaces here. Those rhinestones are really awesome because there's a lot of them. I don't particularly love the color for like regular Project Life and scrapbooking spreads, but they're absolutely perfect for this October daily. So I find myself using quite a lot of them in this album. So you can see that my album is getting so huge. Like, Yeah, it's ridiculous, and I'm not holding back. Like, you'd think that maybe I'd be a little bit more conservative in adding dimensional products, but I just go for it. I'm adding pop dots and doodle pops, and bows, and I'm just. You'd think that I would not be doing that, but anyways, uh, I had so now we're on Halloween day, and I have tons of photos, and I decided to do all the photos as 4x4 just because I love them all, and I didn't want to choose and make any of them tiny, and yeah, so I finally used this Halloween die cut piece that's quite large, so I decided to cut it in half, and I was gonna have it just on this 4x4 card, but I decided to span it across like the photo and this card. So I'm sorry you can't really see the photo right now, but it's up there. You'll see it in the still shots. But I add the black sparkly spiderweb doily just using my tiny attacher. I use one of those vellum hearts again and a piece of candy. Add a tiny word sticker, and that is pretty much done. So that photo that says "Hallow" from the Halloween is of Nora and Kyla. They Kyla is the daughter of my friend Amanda, and so we have girls like exactly the same age. Her girls are a couple weeks older than my girls, but we were pregnant at the same time, and so we're really close and we do lots of activities together. And so we went trick or treating at the mall, which was a first for us. I wasn't sure what quite to expect, but we pretty much went store to store and just got candy. It was pretty awesome. So this photo is of our youngest, Adeline, of course, and then her youngest, Avery, and Avery's Minnie Mouse, and Adeline is a little giraffe. So I just used one of those cut aparts. It says I'm mad about candy, which I thought was super cute. And I always love pairing that little old mad scientist guy with pictures of Adeline. I don't know why. And then I finally used that sciency looking thing. I don't know what that thing's called. That white and black embellishment. Yeah, but I popped that up on a pop dot, and I love how that card turned out. Just adding a little label to that photo, just so that um, it's clear kind of what those photos are about. Just saying that we went trick or treating at the mall, and I add a bow because I wanted to bring the orange over to the side of the layout and just add a little bit more embellishment. So I add the bow just to the outside of the page protector. And I'm not too worried about those coming off. Like, they are on there pretty good. So here I peeled it off just to shift it up a bit, but um, it's on there. It's on there pretty good. All right, so now we're on to Halloween evening. So Erin came home a little bit early from work. We had a quick supper, got Nora all dressed and ready to go in her cake costume. So she had two costumes. She was Alice in Wonderland, and then I found this cake costume on a Facebook group that I'm part of, and I had to have it. So got that. She's obsessed with cake, so she was pretty thrilled to be dressed as cake. So I just took some quick photos of her in front of our house, and then we walked over to my friend Jenny's house. So that's Erin and Nora. She got a little tired, so then he had to carry her, which was pretty funny because her costume is like humongous. But yeah, I just added a few of the die cut pieces there, and I think I might switch out that orange label. But I didn't end up embellishing that last photo there of Adeline. I didn't think it needed anything. But here are the photos. I hope you enjoyed watching a quick video of October 29th through the 31st. I think I'll probably have a flip through, so stay tuned for that. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!